Any animal lover can't bear the sights and sounds of a creature in need of help. That's why every day the internet gets flooded with pictures, videos, and tales of animals getting rescued from dire situations. We just want to see the happy endings. Two guys from the Pacific Northwest made it their life's mission to help out a desperate soul, no matter how many legs it walks on. Together, they never turn their backs on an animal, not even if it's in really deep or up really high. It was a day just like any other when the tabby cat Hamburger Belly became stuck in a very tall tree near her owner's home in Seattle, Washington. With no way of getting down by herself, the situation was looking dire. One of those 9 lives were definitely on the line. Not far from the tree, Sean Sears heard Hamburger Belly's cries for help. Luckily for the stuck cat, he had a very particular set of skills and expertise and decided to lend a helping hand. Sean was an arborist. He knew nearly everything about trees, and he was on the clock. He happened to have tree climbing equipment with him as part of his inspection. Once he located the tree in which Hamburger Belly had already spent several days, he attached his gear and headed to the top branches, towards the meowing cat. There, Hamburger Belly greeted the stranger with open paws. She clung to him like she'd never clung to a human before, as they slowly made their way down to the ground. There, Sean checked Belly's collar to find her owner. When Sean returned the kitty cat safe and sound, seeing the look on her owner's face was priceless to the animal lover. After being thanked by the owner over and over, he returned to work, now inspired by his own heroic act. As soon as he got home, Sean called up his colleague and buddy Tom Otto to tell him all about his fearful feline experience. They realized that if Hamburger Belly got herself in such trouble, other cats must be doing the same thing all over the state. Wow, they figured many people who notice a cat stuck in a tree don't know who to call. They contact the fire department, vets, animal control, even the police, but most of those organizations don't have professional tree climbers on staff. Thus began the animal rescue organization called Canopy Cat Rescue, which was comprised of Tom and Sean plus some volunteers. Every day they took calls from people whose cat had climbed up a tree. And since Sean and Tom were both arborists, they were experts in the field of trees. They were great at assessing any danger or challenges, like dead branches or places the cat could slip and fall. When the guys eventually get to the cat, they usually try to befriend it first to earn their trust. They don't bring food or treats because the cats aren't interested in eating at that point. Just calling them by their name and giving them some pets usually does the trick. But that doesn't always work. Some cats become terrified when a human approaches them, so they bite, hiss, or climb to a spot in the tree that the guys couldn't reach. In cases like those, they had a really big net ready to catch the little rascals. Still, to their surprise, Sean and Tom found that most cats were actually so happy to see them after being stuck for so long that they'd come willingly. Some even gave the duo a little cuddle and purr. Some cats weren't called in by their owners, but a good Samaritan who spotted the feline. Sean and Tom would rescue those cats too, but then they had to find the owner. If the owner of the cat was unclear, they usually took the furry friend to a vet to see if they'd been chipped with an address. If they weren't, they were brought to a no-kill animal shelter in hopes of finding a forever home. Canopy Cat Rescue is based in Seattle, so the fellas do most of their work in the Western Washington area. However, they've traveled over 200 miles for certain cats because they can't stand the idea of a cat remaining helpless. In 2018, for instance, they rescued a cat named Boots, who'd been stuck for 2 weeks in Lebanon, Oregon. The location was way beyond Canopy Cat Rescue's coverage zone, but the owner was desperate. I was like, I can be there in 5 hours, Sean said. In fact, Sean and Tom didn't only go out of their way to rescue cats, they also go out of their comfort zones. While they pride themselves on being expert tree climbers, they also use their gear to reach cliffs and river dams from time to time. They don't discriminate in any way. They come to the rescue whether the cat is near or far, domestic or feral, cat or no cat at all. That's right, they rescue other animals like this giant tortoise. All the work done by Canopy Cat Rescue is done without any fees. We believe all cats deserve to be rescued, regardless of somebody's ability to pay, the guys explained. However, they do accept donations and sell merchandise for extra cash. Most of the time, getting donations is no problem, as owners reunited with their four-legged friends tended to be very grateful and help raise funds for the organization's gas, climbing equipment, and other necessities. As time passed, Canopy Rescue earned more attention from both the media and cat spotters. They were covered by newspapers, local news channels, and even had a stint on Animal Planet. Since the day they rescued Hamburger Belly, Sean and Tom have rescued over 3,000 cats through 11 years. As their popularity grew, so did their number of rescues. They saved well over 500 cats in 2018 alone. A lot of people call us heroes almost every day, but we don't think of ourselves that way, said Tom. Regardless of how these guys see themselves, we certainly like to think that climbing 100-foot tall trees to help a scaredy cat is a pretty heroic way to live.